I'd like to say good morning, everybody. Glad to see we have a lively crowd today. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all the teachers, students, school board members, administration, family events, but more in any other way else, I'd like to say good morning to you veterans. This is your day. Oh yeah, there's some good. Let them know how you feel. You know, a lot of people ask, what is Veterans Day? What does it mean to celebrate Veterans Day? To acknowledge and to honor the brave men and women who have fought, died, and sacrificed their lives so we can have a better one. Well, in the dictionary, Wikipedia says, Veterans Day is the official United States federal holiday that is observed annually on November 11th, honoring people who served in the United States Armed Forces, also known as veterans. It coincides with other holidays, including Armistice Day and Remembrance Day, which are celebrated in other parts of the world, and also mark the anniversary of the end of World War I. At the end of World War I, the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, when the Armistice with Germany went into effect. The United States also originally observed Armistice Day, and it evolved to the current Veterans Day holiday in 1954. But oh, is it so much more than that?
Please welcome him to the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Jeffries. Well, what a privilege and honor to be here today to speak to all of you here on Veterans Day, the day that we've established as one to celebrate and honor the service of all the brave men and women who have ever worn the uniform the United States Armed Forces, to serve our country and to protect the liberties and freedoms that we all hold so dear. Now, it's an incredible honor for me to be invited to be here today, but I know that I was invited because I'm the congressman for the 4th Congressional District of Texas. So what I'd like to do, though, is set aside that designation just for a minute, because really I'm here today just to speak as a grateful American, someone who has the opportunity that other grateful Americans don't have, to speak to our heroes, men and women who have served our country on Veterans Day. Because I know that of all the grateful Americans that I'm privileged to represent, they'd all like to say the same thing to all the men and women veterans that are here today and throughout the district that I represent throughout this country, and that's thank you. Thank you. 2 words, 8 letters. Thank you. We say it all the time, right? That's a nice tie you're wearing. Thank you. Can I get the door for you? Yes, thank you. But we say it oftentimes without really meaning it. It's almost an automatic response to the things that we do in life, and we forget who we've even said it to shortly after we've said it. So when do those 2 words, when do those 8 letters, thank you, When do they earn their stripes? When you say them with meaning, when you say them with conviction, when you say them from the heart. Now, I'll tell you, it's easy for me to say thank you with meaning to the veterans in this room and the veterans that I get the privilege to meet during my time as congressman, because as you know, as a member of Congress, I spend a lot of my time in Washington, D.C., and I'm surrounded by war memorials that are dedicated to the brave men and women who have served and lost their lives in all of the conflicts that this country has had for 2.5 centuries. And if you go to any one of them, they're incredibly moving. Every time I go to, for instance, the Vietnam Memorial, if anyone has been there, the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C., I see the same scene almost every time I go. It's like going and watching an instant replay. Almost without exception, if I go to the Vietnam War Memorial, I'll see a father or a mother scratching a pencil across paper, trying to catch their son's name off of the black granite wall that's dedicated to everyone that lost their life in Vietnam. I'll see couples or people standing there searching that wall, looking along that wall, trying to find a name that they really wish wasn't on that wall. And I'll see veterans, like many of the veterans here today, some of them standing, some of them in wheelchairs, sometimes just staring at the wall, sometimes sobbing, because they're looking at a wall and looking at the names of the folks that they served with that didn't get to come home. John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy once said, as we express our gratitude as a nation, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to simply utter the words, but to live by them. It's not enough to say it. We need to be it. We need to be thankful. We need to be grateful. We need to be appreciative. 2 words. Thank you. 8 letters. They're different when they're weighted with that type of gratitude, that type of love, that type of understanding. So Veterans Day ceremonies like this one are incredibly important. They're incredibly important. But our gratitude here today has to be more than just once a year. It has to be today, it has to be tomorrow, it has to be every day, because the veterans in this room, their service is worthy of our celebration every day. Thank you for the great privilege of being here to talk on behalf of many grateful Americans today. And it's my privilege to be here to honor one in particular that lives in this district that has, through his service, earned a number of medals for which a grateful nation 70 years later would like to present to them, and it's my honor to be here as part of that ceremony.
Well, a member of the 13th Station Hospital, his unit was awarded the Meritorious Unit Commendation, and this commendation is presented to Tech 5 Jones in recognition for his outstanding service during periods of armed conflict.
We have the most dedicated, powerful, intelligent, well-trained, feared fighting force in the world, called the United States Armed Forces. I believe that I got an amen. That's good. I believe our enemies will eventually bring the fight to us. But make no mistake, the eagle will soar and Mother Freedom will start ringing her bell. And I assure you that we'll light our enemies up like the 4th of July. Justice will be served in the battle of rage. let there be no misunderstanding. Our armed forces, the United States Armed Forces, have been, are now, and will be ready to defend our shores, our property, our towns, and our dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing about the United States is that we will never forget, we will always remember, we will always be proud, and we will always be prepared to defend our way of life anytime, any place, anywhere. God bless the USA.